Hello and welcome to my review of the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest issue 23. Now, if you don't already know what Warhammer 40,000 Conquest is, it's a monthly subscription whereby you buy all 4 magazines in one. So that would be £32. You get all 4, and each one comes with paints or models, or in this case scenery. I was wondering whether to actually do a review of this magazine and the set, because there aren't any rules as such for the barricades and things, but at least I can compare them with the other models that you've got so far in the subscription, and some of the scenery as well, and go through the magazine too. Now, if you wanted to get the Battlefield Accessory set here separately, that will cost you £12. So you're already saving £4, but obviously, if you manage to find the accessory set from a third-party retailer, normally it's 15-20% off anyway. But still, it is saving you £4 off the suggested retail price. We'll have a look at these individual pieces in a moment. First of all, let's look at the magazine. So a huge thank you to all your patience in me reviewing all of these magazines. I think I must have got this one way back in March, but I've now got a clear run of them for the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to try and give you the first looks and reviews for all of these over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully if a couple of new models come out, then I can give you reviews of those. Anyway, let's have a look at the magazine. To start off with, they talk about Space Marine chapter organisation, different companies here. It shows a Codex compliant Space Marine chapter. We've got chaplains, apothecaries. You've got veterans, which is the first company, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. That's basically your go-to guide for building a chapter of Space Marines. I'm slowly getting through my chapter, but of course I've been very distracted by Chaos, by the Chaos Space Marine Army and the Genestealer Cult Army, and Nurgle as well with Death Guard, and no doubt I'll be distracted with Sisters of Battle, but I will eventually get there, guys, and it will be a glorious sight to behold. Anyway, they talk about Demons of Chaos for a couple of pages, the hierarchy of the Imperium, so Adeptus Custodes, the Inquisition and the Adeptus Administratum, the Adeptus Terra, Adeptus Ministorum, Imperial Fleet and the Questor Imperialis. Demons of Nurgle, Nurglings, for some reason they talk about Nurglings in this issue. A couple of pages there, some lovely artwork with what looks to be Mechanicus there. Acheon Aflame on the war-torn planet of Armageddon. Hive City Akon lies behind any Orc lines and has been the site of a vicious guerrilla campaign for a couple of pages. Don't know why. And then how to build the battlefield accessories. Very straightforward. You'd have these built in sort of 10 minutes or so. This is a tank trap, apparently. I just call it a barricade, but there's the tank trap. It just comes like that. So you just cut it off the sprue and file it down a little bit. This tank trap comes in the 4 pieces, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can either slot it together or glue it, up to you. Then you've got the barrels, which I have glued together, and then you've got the ammo supply dump, which I've glued onto this piece, although you could sort of cut it circular or diagonal and put it on a base and use it as a kind of scenic base, but I put the ammo dumps on there with the case lids open, and then this thing, apparently this is a ammo supply dump as well. I've just kept it separate, as maybe you could use it as an objective marker or such. And then it goes on to how to paint them. They painted the barrels red, of course, and the crates green, and they've actually painted the ammunition themselves as well, and little bits of metal. They don't look too bad. And then you've got a mission briefing, Unholy Ritual, where it gives you an idea of where to sort of set up your barricades behind enemy lines as well. And then a little preview of the next 2 issues, which is the Redemptor Dreadnought. Finally, I'm going to try and release the first look and reviews of these as soon as possible. So no doubt you'll probably get the first looks on the Friday if this video's come out on the Thursday, and then the rest of the first looks or the review. The review will be of both of the issues together. I'll probably have that come out on Monday. So unfortunately not getting it into, you know, on the 2 days, but it'll either be the Monday and Tuesday, or it will be later on in the week. But I'm trying to release all these Conquest videos out in amongst all the new releases and you know, the Warhammer Wednesday videos. I just don't really want to put these out as a Warhammer Wednesday. I'd rather have something completely different, like a full unboxing or review of one of the miniatures. Anyway, that's the magazine and a little bit of, you know, what's going on with the channel. These are the Battlefield accessories. You know, £8. Well, they definitely, you know, add a bit of flavour to your Battlefield. I mean, already we've had quite a lot of scenery. You know, we've had these crates. Oops, sorry about that. We've had these crates. Look, they go quite well with the crates. We've also had lots and lots of other barrels. This is the thing. We've got so many barrels now. More barrels than in a Doom game, am I right? But look at these. Remember, you get 3 barrels per armoured Munitorum crate. Look, so you got all of those, and then you've even got loads and loads of ammo crates too. Or I mean, they're not as fancy as the Battlefield accessories. They've just got the eagle on, and they don't show the ammunition inside. But you know, we are getting a lot of scenery here, especially on that mat. So yeah, definitely, you know, other than like hills and full buildings and things, in the later editions you will get buildings or ruined parts of buildings. I don't think you get any big full buildings, and also I haven't yet built them, but you do eventually get like the Promethean pipelines. So you get your Promethean pipelines, you know, ruined buildings, you've got your armoured containers and your Battlefield accessories. So you are getting a fair bit of scenery in this subscription. I'm looking forward to the next sort of issues, because you do finally get just get back on track with the paints and the models. You know, I did think at the start that they would fill the gaps between all the Death Guard and the Primaris models with scenery and paints, and that's kind of what they've done. But by the time we'll get the repulsor tank, the new repulsor tank will be, you know, will have been out for over a year or so. So that's a little bit disheartening, but still. Anyway, just wanted to show you them next to the other kind of scenery pieces. Size comparison wise, here's a sort of standard Space Marine, here's an Intercessor. I think it stacks quite well. You know, size wise, these Battlefield accessories, you could put a couple of Space Marines on the accessories kind of plinth, or, you know, grating, if you didn't put the ammo crates on there, I suppose. Compared to a Blight Lord Terminator, oops, just goes to show you how big the Blight Lord Terminators are, and a normal Death Guard Plague Marine, compared to the barrels. So yeah, clearly they work quite well size wise, especially with the Munitorum crate. So we're getting quite a big collection, and what I'd like to do for issue 30 is show you all of the models and things that we've got in the subscription so far. Yes, it's not quite halfway. I think there are going to be 80 issues in total, but we're getting there. We're getting there. What do you guys think of the Battlefield accessories and this issue? Would you have preferred, you know, like the Redemptor Dreadnought, which we're getting in the next couple of issues, or any other models? Do you think it's a good thing that they're bundling in scenery with this, as it's kind of like a, you know, starter set? But the thing is, with this kind of starter set, as it were, by the end of it, if each issue is £8, you're going to be paying £640, which is a fair amount of money, and also it would have taken you about 2 years to collect it all. So if you've got £640 to spend on the hobby to start off with, or you'll have £640 over like 2 years, my best advice really is to buy the Dark Imperium box set, build all of those up, try and have some games with that because it has the dice and the range ruler and things like that, and then just buy a bit of scenery and so on. The whole subscription is definitely for newcomers to the hobby, and in a way it's kind of, instead of you going into the stores or going onto the online store and buying things every few weeks or every month or so, this gives you this drip feeds you the models and the scenery and the paints and things. And if you just had this subscription, that would be fine, because there's plenty of time for you to build them and paint them, and get a big bundle of models and things every month. It's pretty good, and yeah, it definitely saves you money over buying everything for the full retail price. Anyway, thanks ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.